Hey guys, I'm Trent.
And I'm Garrett.
And we are Critically Awesome. It's good to see you guys here tonight. We have a lot lined up tonight for our broadcast. We had a lot more planned. Unfortunately, though, we had some people back out. They had a lot of obligations that they had to take care of, but it's okay. Garrett and I will take care of it. I mean, we've got it under control. A lot of the big things that we are going to be talking about tonight, we're going to be talking about the future of Marvel and DC. We are also going to be talking about our favorite Alan Rickman movie and why it's our favorite. You know, we figured we would pay our own little tribute to Alan Rickman. He was a really huge inspiration and really great actor for many people. So we're going to do our own inspiration or our own tribute to him with our own favorite movies. Another thing we're going to be talking about tonight is we're going to be talking about what movies we watched this week and what TV shows we watched this week. So we are really looking forward to providing you guys with a quality show tonight, a lot better than what it was last week. So Garrett, I'm going to send it over to you. What are you going to be talking about tonight?
All right. Well, I am going to be talking about the DC and Marvel TV shows that came out last year, as well as some of the newer ones that are coming out this year, and when the new seasons are coming out as well.
You can also chat with us live, also, by the way, guys. Whenever you comment on it, we will see it automatically. And we are really looking forward to seeing what you guys got to say. So, all right, Garrett, I'm going to send it over to you, and you're going to go ahead and
do my weekly update.
Go ahead and talk about what you want to talk about.
Are we going to start with our weekly update?
Our weekly update? What? Yeah, go ahead and tell me what movies did you watch this week, and what did you think about them?
Well, first off, last Friday, me and my girlfriend went and watched The Forest, which is actually a pretty good movie. It's a horror movie. And when I didn't know this until I started watching it, but one of the actresses from Game of Thrones, Natalie Dormer, she played
how you pronounce her last name.
Yeah. She played Marjorie Tyrell. And it was really good, actually. It's where this sister, she has a twin sister, and they go to her twin sister goes to a suicide forest in Japan, and so she's trying to save her. And really, usually I'm not much for horror movies because they're kind of crappy because they're very predictable. But this movie had some really good jump scares. I mean, it got me pretty good a couple times, and then also it got the movie theater really good. Like everyone jumped and screamed. It was pretty funny. And then the next movie I saw, which was like earlier this week, was The Hateful Eight, which is a Quentin Tarantino movie. And
I really want to see that movie really bad, so I'm looking forward to your review on it. Please, no spoilers. I'm really looking I want to see that movie so bad.
I'm not going to say anything that what happened into it, but it's a pretty long movie. It's almost a 3-hour movie, so definitely not try to go watch it really late if you can. But I would suggest it. It's a very slow build, and then it kind of goes back and forth of everyone's story within the whole movie, where they all meet and how everything comes to be at that one moment. Just pretty cool. A pretty cool aspect to the movie. And then that's all on movie wise. And then TV, I've been getting into started watching Grimm, which is not a new series of TV, but pretty good. If you like the kind of fairy tale stuff, you can.
Yeah.
If you like the fairy tale stuff, you can get into that. And The Defiance, which is pretty cool. It's like 30 or 40 years in the future, and aliens come down and they terraform Earth, and it's all based in like St. Louis. You see the arch and everything. And so, and then The Man in the High Castle, which is pretty cool.
I started watching that a little bit too. Sorry about all the
It's
background noise, guys.
and The Man in the High Castle, which is where we actually lost World War II, and Germany has from the Rockies to the Atlantic Ocean, and Japan owns from the Rockies to the Pacific, and there's a neutral zone in between, which is it's a pretty cool show. You guys need to look into it. And there's also a book on it too. And then also the final and not least, I've been watching Archer, which is it's a cartoon, kind of like Family Guy kind of thing. And I'm just starting to get into it, so there's really a lot I can say on that part yet. So, all right, what's your weekly update?
You said that you were starting to watch Archer?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, I just started watching Man in the High Castle. I've only gotten through halfway through the first episode. It's pretty good. I like it. It's got an interesting concept behind it. I've also I watched Ex Machina, I think is what it's called. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyways, that was a really good movie. It came out earlier this year, and it's about this guy who makes artificial intelligence, and he's gonna not spoil it for anybody, but it's played by the same two actors that are actually in Star Wars. The guy who plays Poe Dameron is he's the guy who makes the artificial intelligence, and the guy who plays General Tux, I think is his name. He is a student who goes to interpret and talk about talk to the artificial intelligence to see if he's actually talking to a computer or if he feels like he's talking to a real person. That in itself was a really cool concept. The computer the CG in that is awesome, and the acting in it is awesome too. I highly recommend it. I give it about a 7 on a scale, and I'm going to watch it again. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to watch it with Tiffany whenever I can, and that's my wife. For those of you who don't know. And let's see, what else did I watch this week? I actually watched a lot of things. No, I've actually been pretty busy. I've been working a lot. Watched Man in the High Castle. I like the idea of that. And so I don't really have that much to update myself this week. I know that next week I'm going to have a lot more because I'll have more time to watch some stuff. I did rewatch the old Star Wars because, everyone's got to have a trilogy time. And watching the old Star Wars was always good. It's always good. So, Garrett, I'm going to shoot it over to you on your updates on Marvel and DC.
Okay, so this past year, as you know, Daredevil and Jessica Jones came out to Netflix, which was a really good thing. Daredevil was amazing TV show. It definitely surpassed anything I expected for it, and it was amazing. I give it probably a 9.5. I mean, probably Trenton would agree with me too, but on Daredevil, it's a lot better as a TV show than a movie, definitely. And then Jessica Jones, it was kind of a slow start for me when I first tried to watch it. And then I found out that David Tennant was in it, which even made it even more better. He was the villain in it. And if you guys have not seen any of those, I would suggest watching it. They're really good shows. Daredevil, the new season comes out March 18th, by the way, on Netflix. Make sure to watch that. And then Flash and Arrow, of course, those are always the good ones to watch. I'm currently not up to date on the newest seasons of Flash and Arrow. And then I just saw this when I was seeing Hateful Eight. The Legends of Tomorrow coming out January 21st. And what that is, it's kind of a spin-off of Flash and Arrow, where you have Firestorm, the Atom, the White Canary, Rip Hunter, Hawk Girl, you got Heatwave, and Captain Cold, which some of those were in the Flash and Arrow series. and they're gonna one of the characters comes from the future and tries to stop a villain that's trying to destroy the past. So seems like a really cool concept, and you get to kind of bring everyone in. It's like a pretty good spinoff.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that Legends of Tomorrow. The fact that they're bringing in Mandible, I think is his name. It's General. Oh my gosh. If you guys remember the name, because it just slipped my mind, having a really hard time thinking for some reason right now. If you guys can remember the name, please comment for me his name. But that guy, from just watching the cartoons, he is a bad guy. He's
like Vandal Savage?
Vandal Savage, thank you. Yes, his name is Vandal Savage. On terms, if you know more of Marvel, kind of like me, I'm a pretty big Marvel fan. He's right up there with Thanos. He has defeated the Justice League several times. I mean, he made the Legion of Doom, which and he's also based in a swampland too, in actually the Louisiana swamps. Well, in the cartoon series he is, and he is set out to completely destroy. This is a plot of a movie that I've watched. It's called Doom, and he's set out to destroy the entire Justice League. And the way he did it is he hacked into Batman's computer at his house using everyone's villains, from like the Flash's villains to even Wonder Woman's villains and Martian Manhunter's villains. He is one of my favorite DC heroes, next to Batman and Superman, of course. But he got all those villains together and made the Legion of Doom, and they pretty much succeeded in almost killing everyone, even Superman. But I don't want to spoil it because I know Garrett hasn't seen it, and I don't know how many people have actually seen it themselves. If you haven't seen it, definitely watch Justice League Doom. It is a really good movie. That's one thing that DC does do right, and that's their cartoons and their TV series. Now, if they can catch up with their universe, that would be even better. Their cinematic universe. I'm not a DC hater, but I just know that it's really hard to watch the new movies, especially Man of Steel. Man of Steel was quite disappointing for me, especially after Superman killed Zod. That kind of hurt my feelings, because Superman's supposed to be a Boy Scout. He doesn't kill. Him and Batman do not kill. And seeing him in the new Justice League promos with a gun and stuff like that. Yes, he's older Batman and stuff like that. But Batman doesn't believe in guns. Batman doesn't like guns. That's been his thing. Gary, do you have any kind of insight on that? I really wish we had one of our guests here, because he would be able to explain it a lot more. He's a huge DC supporter. And the reason why he can't join is because he has technical issues, unfortunately. But Garrett, do you have any insight on that?
Well, with what, Trenton? I'm sorry.
With any of the new DC stuff. I know that in the movies that we are going to be getting a sneak peek of the Suicide Squad trailer Friday, I believe. I think, or no, on the 19th, we're going to be getting a sneak peek of Suicide Squad. And Kevin Smith and somebody else is going to be talking about the Justice League. So I'm really looking forward to that, because Kevin Smith has always had huge insights on, the DC universe. He's wrote a couple of Batman movies. So if you have any other things on DC, please let us know. Did you read anything?
No, I have not. I was more on the TV stuff at the moment. I haven't really looked into much of movie-wise what's coming. I am excited, though, for Aquaman. I think they announced who's going to be like kind of like Aquaman's queen, and she seems like a pretty good.
Just as powerful as Aquaman himself. if not more powerful.
And the actress is a pretty good actress, so and I can't remember her name though.
I know. I read it today too. I read it right before I started the podcast and slipped my mind. But I know this much. Everyone plays Aquaman out to be nothing but SpongeBob SquarePants. Oh, I can talk to fish and breathe underwater. SpongeBob can make a campfire underwater. No. Aquaman is a badass. Sorry for anybody who.
Oh, he's just as strong and just as smart as Batman or Superman.
He's just as strong, just as smart. He can control any. He can take the ocean with him. The people who made Injustice really did justice to Aquaman. They made him badass again. He can take the sea with him. He can control any body of water that's around him. So he can take water out of the kitchen sink and then just completely obliterate you with that water. He can take fish and stuff with him while he's walking around, even on New York streets. You'll see that if you ever play the game Injustice. That is an awesome game. That was one of the games that I actually pre-ordered. One of the only games I've ever pre-ordered. With Aquaman being such a badass, his movie is going to be even more awesome. I know that we're going to be seeing a little bit of Aquaman in Zack Snyder's Dawn of Justice. Sorry, I was reading one of our comments. It said Aquaman can tell his fish to bring him a beer.
That's funny.
That's a good one, Tristan. Thank you. Tristan, he was on last week with me, and he was the one who told me that. But yes, Aquaman's movie is going to be amazing. I know we're going to see him in Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. I don't know when, and I hope they do not spoil that for us in the commercials like they spoiled Doomsday. All you have to do to get people to go see Batman versus Superman is have a big logo on the screen that says Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. If you say it, nerds will come.
Nice, Jordan.
Seriously, though, that is really all you need to say to get nerds or just anybody to come, because everybody knows who Batman is. Everybody knows who Superman is. You tell them that Wonder Woman's going to be in there, people are going to want to come even more. You tell them that, there's going to be an awesome fight between Batman and Superman. You don't have to show us that fight. They haven't showed us all of it. They have showed us sneak here and there. And I actually did watch a trailer for that last couple days ago. And I saw Batman's car like J-hook right into Superman. And it like spun Batman's car around like crazy. And then Superman's just standing there like, psh, really? And, people play off Superman as being nothing but a little bitch. He's got that kind of in him, but, he's also more than just a little bitch. He is a badass. He is like Batman's car hit him full speed, and it didn't even really affect him at all. So, it's one of those, how do I say it? Superman needs to get the justice that he deserves. So does Aquaman, and I'm really looking forward to those two getting that kind of justice. So I'm putting a lot of trust into DC, and I'm putting a lot of trust into Zack Snyder to making those two people, to where people are like, awesome. I cannot wait to see the next installment. I want to be excited for this upcoming movie. I feel like they are rushing into Justice League, but honestly, they do have to play catch up. If they want to get to the same level as Marvel, then they need to start playing catch up. And the only way they can do that is, bam, here's the Justice League. Now we're going to get into our little smaller characters. So, Garrett, go ahead and take it over for Marvel or DC, whichever TVs.
All right, so I was kind of looking around, and Brandon kind of sent me off on his Facebook as well that CBS is actually thinking about pulling their shows from Netflix, which includes Flash, The Arrow, iZombie, and a couple more too, which I kind of think is ridiculous. But pretty much they're doing this overall. Their overall plan is to have a standalone CW app by themselves, not even to have. It's kind of like how Netflix would be. It's their own streaming. Their streaming app, like they have, like Netflix does, and the move in consideration with CBS airing their new Star Trek series. They've been talking about that. And so I actually was going to ask you guys, and you can leave in the comments below, is how does this affect your Netflix experience if CBS pulls their shows from Netflix and having to where you're going to have to subscribe to their app, their streaming app, where it's going to be probably $2 or $4 a month, to where you can get all of their shows, which would be kind of cool. But I don't know, I like to be able to watch them on Netflix, even though I'm like a season behind, but I'm okay with that. But just leave in the comments below, tell us how you think, how does this affect your Netflix experience? So that was something I found interesting with the TV show with that.
I have some good news. We are going to be getting one of our guests in. He hasn't made it back to the room yet, but one of my guests, Matthew Halstead, will be showing up very shortly. He just pulled into my driveway, and so as soon as he gets back here, we'll have one of our guests, and it's not going to be just Garrett and I. Yay! And also a big shout out, because we promised a shout out to at least two of our viewers that I know are viewing, or I hope that are viewing. So Lexi, Rick, if you are viewing this, here's your big shout out. I hope that you are studying and
that you get an A on that test.
That's right. Get an A on that test. Become an awesome nurse, like we know you are going to be.
Also, I have to give a shout out to my sister Mallory, because she got mad at me because I didn't give her a shout out for last week. Also, my dad, who's also watching. Just want to give a shout out to everyone, and thanks for supporting us too.
For sure. Also, shout out to Tristan, since he's not here. He's actually going on a camp out. I know it's freaking cold outside, but he's staying in a cabin, so he can't really,
Is it cabin D?
Cold. Yeah, it's cabin D. They're on the bum out. So he's watching us right now on his cell phone. So he's been commenting a lot, and I guarantee he's missing being out here with us. Let's see. I knew there was something else that I was going to talk about. I totally spaced out on it, though.
Silicon Valley and Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. You're right. Silicon Valley, Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. A lot of news has come out on Game of Thrones recently. So we might be potentially spoiling. Sorry, my brother just commented. I have to give a shout out to my mother too. Hi, Mom. I hope you're watching, and I'm glad you're watching if you are. Also, all right, but back to business here. Game of Thrones season 6 is going to be huge. It is going to be action packed, and we're going to get a lot of things that we didn't get in season 5. One of those things is Bran Stark. Bran Stark was missing for all of season 5. And the reasoning behind that is because they didn't want to show all of his training sequences and stuff like that. They didn't want to see, they didn't think that we would want to see a lot of the boring things that happen with Bran Stark. So they took him out of the equation for season 5, and they're going to be reintroducing him back in season 6. He's going to be fully trained in his little, eyes rolling back in the back of his head and controlling animals stuff. And it's gonna be awesome. And also Brienne, she is gonna be involved a lot more than she's gonna be involved a lot more in this next season than what she was in season 5. So she's gonna become more of a badass. She's gonna have more fighting scenes and stuff like that. I have a feeling it's not completely proven yet. It's not confirmed completely, but she will be fighting with Jaime Lannister in season 6.
Or reuniting. Are you talking about Brianna?
Yeah, Brianna.
She may actually reunite with Jaime and try to help and find Sansa and Rickon and Brandon.
I believe that she's gonna. That's not her main mission, is to find them, but she does end up seeing her, and she does reunite. Also, hey, another shout out. Rob's birthday is tomorrow, since we're doing shout outs. So Rod, I call him Rob. I'm still doing that. I'm sorry, Rod. I know that I'm in Branson and you're in Kansas City, and I'm still calling you by the wrong name. But happy birthday tomorrow. We're really looking forward to that. Garrett, we really need to set out a time at the beginning of our podcast to do all of our shout outs and not.
Yeah, we probably should
in the middle of our. It's okay. It's a work in progress.
Still work in progress. And then also a couple other things. Of course, the big thing about Game of Thrones is that Jon Snow being resurrected. Now, they haven't truly said anything about it. There's two different theories to it, of course. There's that he is going to be resurrected by the Red Witch, or I can't remember her actual name.
Is that confirmed, or is that just theory?
It's just theories. It's not anything really per se. Or he warded into his dire wolf and is just going to live out his days in Ghost. So it could be anything on that point. It'd be kind of cool to see Jon Snow back again. If he does come back, though, he is not going to be who he was before.
That's for sure, because his time with the Night's Watch is over with, since he died already, or they said that he died. He could be just mortally wounded, and he's just going to get up and be our Jon Snow and be a badass and, shake off the snow from his coat and say, I don't think you guys understand. I'm the boss. We're going to take care of these White Walkers, and this is how we're going to do it. I can fight them off. Y'all can't. See this Valyrian steel sword? We got to find more of these Valyrian steel swords so that we can fight off the White Walkers. No, that's just my own little theory. I think that'd be really cool to see him just get off, shake off the snow and be like, all right, guys, that was cute and all. You stabbing me and whatnots, but I'm Rob Stark, or Rob Snow. Jon Snow. I'm Jon Snow. I think you said Rob Stark too. No matter how bad I want to see Rob Stark come back, he's not coming back, guys.
No, he has not came back. Okay. Also, another good one would be about Daenerys Targaryen, where there might be a possibility that you may see in the books, I guess it hinted at, there's a horn that in old Valyria that they used to control dragons. It's called a dragon binder. And they talked about it a little bit in the books, but have not actually seen anybody use them yet. And actually, if I can remember, the Greyjoys, one of the Greyjoys actually has it, supposedly. And so we may actually see that in this next season, that Daenerys is going to possibly get one of her dragons, or may all of them taken away. Because the last time we saw her in season 5 was that Drogon left her in the field, and then the Dothraki army was closing in on her. Which there's a lot of things different from the books to the movies. Which I guess in the books her dragon was still with her when that army was around them. So it's gonna be a really good season, I think. I can't wait.
I think that the Dothraki going around her, knowing who she is, knowing that she is Khaleesi, I think that's going to be a good thing for her.
I mean, they also know because she's taken over several cities in that land,
and she has her own army, the Unsullied. Could you imagine if she tried to go to the mainland, go across the narrow sea?
Westeros, go to Westeros.
If she had not only the Unsullied, but also the Dothraki on her side,
And
Do you
her
know how
dragons.
powerful she would be? And her dragons. Do you know how powerful she would be? There wouldn't be a competition. I mean, honestly, the Unsullied are an amazing warrior group, and they barely lost any troops in any of their, campaigns, except for maybe the latest one, where a lot of them got killed in the city because they got too comfortable with where they were. And they go across that narrow sea. She's got the Dothraki. She's got the Unsullied. She's got all 3 of her dragons. She's going to have that Iron Throne real quick. That's who I'm rooting for to get the Iron Throne. Her or Jon Snow. Pretty sure a lot of other people are doing the same thing. At first, it was Robb Stark. And then, well, we all know what happened there. And then, we started rooting for Jon Snow again because he was going to be turned into a Stark. Or that's what he was leading up to until he got stabbed. Spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen season 5 of Game of Thrones. If you haven't, get HBO now.
You're not worthy if you have not seen any of the Game of Thrones.
I'm clearly worthy. There we go. Boom.
Brandon, where's your Mjolnir when you need it?
He just thinks he's worthy. But all right. I know there's going to be a battle of for Winterfell again. The last time we saw Sansa, and we saw her running away with what was his fake name was Reek, but his real name was Garrett. Help me out with this. It was
Theon Greyjoy.
Theon Greyjoy. Yes, thank you. They were running away from Winterfell together, and rumor has it they're going to go back to where Theon is from. They're going to meet up with his brother. His brother's going to reclaim his land. Do you remember what
the Ironborn, which what they are, is the Iron Isles.
Yeah, and they're going to retake the Iron Isles, and then the people from the Iron Isles are going to retake Winterfell from that. Oh gosh, he's right up there with name Garrett.
I'm trying to think. Hold on. It is the. Oh, I can't think of it right now.
You guys, I don't know anything of Game of Thrones. Sorry, Brandon. Well, you're knowing something now. That is why you are not worthy. But I can't wait to see him get mutilated. I've never, besides when the king, what was his name? That little spoiled, rotten brat.
That's Joffrey.
Joffrey! Oh my gosh. It's been a while since I watched Game of Thrones, guys. Please don't run away. We had 9 viewers at one time, and now we're down to 7. But that's better than what we were last week, that's for sure. Brandon, get over it. We are going to spoil Game of Thrones. If you haven't seen it, it's been over 5 months, or it's been almost a year now.
Bolton.
If you haven't watched the last season of Game of Thrones, then...
Are you talking about the people who hold Winterfell right now?
Yes.
It's Bolton.
Yeah.
The House of Bolton.
I can't wait to see the House of Bolton just get mutilated, because that's what their family does to everybody they capture. Boy, the last time I wanted to see somebody die that bad was King Joffrey. And then he died in a very undramatic way. Oh, he got poisoned. I wanted to see a sword go through his gut. Is that bad that I wanted to see that? I mean, does that make me a bad person? Tell me in the comments.
All right. So, moving on. Next, we are doing our favorite movie of Alan Rickman.
Also, we have to say that Game of Thrones is coming back
in April.
April 24th, and that's the same day that Silicon Valley is coming out too.
Yes.
Woo! So not only do we get to watch Game of Thrones on that day, we also get to watch TJ Miller and all of his gang at Silicon Valley. So after we get to,
Pied Piper. Pied Piper.
With Pied Piper, and left us on a huge cliffhanger last season.
Oh my gosh, yes, I know.
And we're just like, because I watched 2 seasons of it in a row. And so, yay, something that's not completely nerdy, guys. We're not just talking about comic books.
Oh, no,
books
that's still nerdy. That's still nerdy. That's
it's still nerdy because there's a bunch of nerds on that show. But
yeah,
we're really looking forward to that. March 20, or let's see, I think it's March is when Walking Dead comes back out. Walking Dead is one of my personal favorite shows. I know Garrett doesn't watch it.
I haven't really been getting into it. I don't know why I did.
What is wrong with you? Are you even American?
I don't know.
I mean,
I never got into it.
I know most of the actors on there are British, but this is the most America show you'll ever see. But they left us on Walking Dead. If you haven't seen the mid-season finale for Walking Dead, I'm sorry. But they left us on a huge cliffhanger. I won't spoil it for you guys. Walking Dead is one of my favorite shows. When that comes back out, we will definitely be having a huge segment on Walking Dead. I know that they brought in Negan. Negan is a huge guy in the comic books, apparently. I never read the comic books, but it is, a really good, apparently it's really good because, they've got a lot of source material to work on with the show. I'm really looking forward to seeing that, seeing Negan in his character development, because apparently he carries around a bat. And this is a potential spoiler for the new next season coming up. If you liked Glenn surviving that zombie mutilation that they had, don't get used to him being alive. Negan is a guy who actually does end up killing Glenn with a baseball bat to the head.
Dang.
Yeah, it's pretty gruesome. I read a lot of spoilers on The Walking Dead because that's just what I do whenever I have nothing to do at work. I read spoilers and I read all this other stuff. Speaking of spoilers, I read some stuff on Captain America Civil War today. A lot about Spider-Man is being unveiled. Like they have a new Spider-Man hoodie out that's might be modeled after the actual hoodie itself or after the actual costume itself. It's been told that it's going to look similar to Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man outfit, and his eyes aren't going to be like dark gray or anything like that. Get over here, Matt. Come on, Matt's here, guys. That's exciting. But it's going to be chrome, and it's going to like reflect more, and you're going to be able to see like the sunset in his eyes whenever he's going down, whenever it's in his eyes and stuff. He's going to get help with Tony Stark. So there's
that's pretty cool. That'd be exciting because they're both pretty smart. So
I know that in the Civil War book, here's Matt, guys. Hi, Matt. But we're talking about Civil War. Do you know anything about that? Have any?
Yeah, just a little.
Okay. All right. I'm talking about Spider-Man right now. Mm-hmm. So my theory is that he's going to be ending up on Iron Man's side because as a kid, he grew up idolizing Iron Man. In this universe right here, Spider-Man was about 2 or 3 years old whenever Iron Man 1 first came out. So let's unplug that. There we go. So he was about 2 or 3 years old whenever Iron Man first came out, and revealed himself to the world as being Tony Stark. So awesome. I'm by myself right now. So he grew up idolizing Iron Man and looking up to him. And he's supposed to like come down into his room. Iron Man's going to come down into his room and, say, hey, I've seen a lot about you. I know who you are. I'm going to make you a totally awesome suit. Who's going to say no to Iron Man making him a totally awesome? Would you say no to Iron Man?
No.
I would not ever. I know that Matt here has actually, I'm glad that he came in because he's going to be able to put more insight on the movie Deadpool. What do you got? What do you got with Deadpool?
I did not bring my notes. They're all at home.
Do you have any kind of memory of what you wrote down?
Just a little bit. I mean, we've all watched the trailers. I'm just looking forward to it. I've played the game. Like I said, all my notes are at home. I'd love to go over it next time.
As you see, I don't have any notes myself.
Oh no, but I'm a note guy.
We're the kind of people who will just sit here and BS the whole time if we have to, because clearly we're going to have to because Garrett ran away. Make it a B plus. I'm not going to make it a B plus. I'm keeping my ground at making it a C. A C. It's because I don't know. It's just you're not going to get very many people there. I mean, there's already a petition out that's going to make it. They want to make it a PG-13 cut for the families.
No.
Honestly, it's gonna. I mean, it is going to be a fun movie to watch. So it's going to be kind of like Jurassic World. If you want to turn off your brain for a little bit and enjoy something stupid, go watch Deadpool. That's how I'm going to see it. If you want to watch a movie that's going to make you laugh, go watch Deadpool. But if you want to see something that's you want to sit there and think about and, ponder about, and there's another story after that, then go watch Captain America Civil War. But I know this much. Deadpool is going to be a fun movie. Guys, I am really pushing this along. I don't know where Garrett ran off to, but he said he's going to be right back. Oh, we lost a viewer now. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and...
What about the third wall?
What third wall?
The third wall.
You mean the fourth wall?
That too.
You mean how Ryan Reynolds is going to break the fourth wall in
Yeah.
that movie? I mean, yeah, he's going to break the fourth wall
Yeah.
dramatically in that movie.
But
And that's going to be interesting because no other, comic book movie has ever done that.
not a lot of movies do that. It's
And
not.
it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Can you think of any movies that have actually done that?
Oh man.
Any movie
I actually
at all?
watched a YouTube video about that. There's this one about a gangster movie that came out maybe 2-3 years ago.
Oh,
Um,
was it American Gangster with Denzel Washington in it? No,
Mm-mm.
no, that was a good one though. We're still talking about Deadpool, Garrett. Thanks for joining us. But Ferris Bueller did it. Rest in peace, Garrett.
Thanks, Rod.
Yeah, we missed you, Garrett.
Aw, that's cute.
Can you hear him?
Nope.
Oh,
But
crap.
that's okay.
You can just
All
read
right,
my
let's
lips.
try it
Okay.
Oh,
All right, there. Can you guys still hear me? That's the thing.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Now, Matt can hear you. We can hear us.
I
Rod
get-
sent you a little heart.
Feedback.
Yeah, hang on. I might just here. We'll do it like this.
Can you hear
Hey
me?
guys, you can see my ears now.
at least they ain't Dumbo ears.
That echo dough.
And Matt is not a lifeguard.
Husky cartoonist.
No, not anymore. Get out of here.
False advertisement. This podcast just got a lot funnier, guys. All right. So now, echo. Is there still an echo?
Hello.
Hello.
No, not. It was from me. Anyways, continue.
This is
we're-
cool.
We're doing the Alan Rickman,
Yeah,
right?
we're gonna go ahead and go into our favorite Alan Rickman movie. I'm gonna start because I want to take dibs on this first. Do you have any
Oh.
favorite Alan movies?
I know you watched a lot, Matt, in the past couple of days, so so
My
yeah.
favorite Alan Rickman movie of all time, besides everyone's favorite is Harry Potter. That's just a dead giveaway. Alan Rickman is amazing in that movie. My personal favorite that is overlooked a lot is Galaxy Quest. His
Yes.
role in Galaxy Quest is amazing. I watched that yesterday after I found out about his passing. It tore me up a little bit inside. I can't believe it actually did tear me up because, celebrity deaths don't actually tear me up because, people die every day and nobody really bats an eye at it. But when I watched that movie yesterday and he's just a funny guy in that. He's just hilarious, but his theater style acting comes out a lot when he's like, "I'm not saying that line again." and then he like flips the lid and on Tim Allen and all this other, and you know, at the end of the movie, he's all makeup and stuff is all tore up and whatnot, but you know, it's got to be Galaxy Quest because just how funny he is, how good of an actor he is in that movie. You could put him in any movie and it would be gold. Kind of like if you Morgan Freeman narrate the dictionary, it would be an amazing.
Or your life.
Or your life, gosh. But Garrett, what's your favorite?
My all-time favorite, besides, of course, Galaxy Quest. That's an amazing movie. I mean, it has Tim Allen in it, and it just makes fun of Star Trek and Star Wars fans. Also, my favorite is Sweeney Todd, which, of course, Bobby, I know she loves that movie because she likes musicals as well. But Sweeney Todd's probably my other favorite of Alan Rickman. He makes a great villain. He's an amazing villain, and him and Johnny Depp together are it's an amazing movie altogether. So, and Matt, how about you?
All right, Matt.
Well, I know the Finnicle sisters. When they learned about him dying, it was
Quite.
yeah. I woke up at about 3 o'clock in the morning when she was crying, and she let me know that when she was going to get off of work, we're going to watch a bunch of Harry Potter. So we watched a little bit, not a lot.
Just Harry Potter?
Yeah. When I left to go into my bedroom, she decided she was going to put on Sweeney Todd. There was a musical he was into.
He was in a lot of musicals. He's a British actor.
Well, Sweeney Todd was a musical, but I don't know what other musical he was. Was he like on Broadway? Is that what you mean?
He was on Broadway for a while.
All I know is there was a bunch of death.
That's Sweeney Todd.
God.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
That's the Demon Barbershop on Flint Street.
Yeah, see, I don't watch a lot of musicals.
It's a really good movie. It has Tim Burton's wife in it, which is also in Harry Potter.
They're divorced.
Ex-wife guy, I guess now. But anyway, she's a good actress as well. Johnny Depp and Alan Rickman. So it's like a triple threat of amazing actors and actresses.
If we didn't mention your favorite Alan Rickman movie, please let us know. Tell us what it is. Tell us why you like it. Wait until after the podcast, of course, because the comments that are going on right now will not be out while after this gets permanently on the YouTube. So after this live podcast is done, please feel free to comment down below. Also, don't forget to we'll finish that whenever we finish up with our podcast. Do we have? I don't think we really have much of anything else to talk about.
I think that's it. That was pretty much our gist of everything. Our weekly update, the DC and Marvel universe, Game of Thrones, Silicon Valley, and the tribute to the late and great Alan Rickman.
We'll be really missing his face on the screen. I told you earlier today, Garrett, that I was really hoping that they was going to have a Galaxy Quest 2.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
If they would have made a Galaxy Quest 2, blessed us with Alan Rickman's face on the screen again, that would have been, and Tim Allen, of course, being there too. Do you have anything else that you can think about? What movies did you see this week? What TV shows?
Yeah, what's your weekly update, Matt?
We did get Matt in there. So what did you watch? What did you see? What did you think?
I don't watch TV.
Did you watch any movies?
Besides those Harry Potters, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I Star Wars marathoned it.
The old or
The old.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, if you watched the prequels and was like, oh my god, it was the best day of my life. I watched little Annie grow up to be. Okay, guys.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alerts for the Crap Fest that we're going to be defending next week, by the way.
Oh yeah. That's what we're doing next week is defending the prequels. Which
Yeah,
Tim absolutely hates it.
I'm really looking forward to that, guys. I'm looking forward to defending the prequels. I've put a lot of effort into thinking about why they could be considered a good movie.
He's going to be playing devil advocate pretty much. He's going to be the opposite of anyone that argues against why it's bad.
So what I need from you guys, I need what you don't like about the prequels. Something that doesn't make sense. Like, for instance, R2-D2's rockets, how they worked in the prequels, but they didn't work in the original trilogy.
Hey, he's an old robot by that point. Come on.
We're not talking about that right now, Garrett. God!
Don't yell at me.
That's next week. We're not time travelers. This is not Looper.
Yes, master.
Don't you forget it.
Dobby's free.
I didn't give you a sock. You are not free.
I stole it.
It has to be given to you. All right, but yes, after this is done, don't put in the comments yet because it's not gonna show up. After the podcast is done and after comments work, tell us what you don't like. Also tell us of future things that we can talk about. If you have any kind of suggestions, and it doesn't have to be comic book related or nerd related. It can be
any movie. Any movie.
It can be any movie. Like the movie that I want to see right now is The Revenant. I want to see that movie, and I want to see The Hateful Eight. I want to see Tom Cruise, or not Tom Cruise. I want to see Leonardo DiCaprio get mauled by a bear and then win an Oscar for it.
Yes.
And he's going to win an Oscar.
Let's hope. He's long overdue.
All right. Took him from it last year, or the last time he was up for an Oscar. Let's see. Matt, are you going to be joining us next week?
Yeah, I plan on getting my webcam by then. So.
Awesome. So he's not going to come in 30 minutes into the podcast and say, "Hey guys, I am alive." Hopefully here pretty soon, guys, I'm going to be able to get out of this bedroom and get into my own apartment again. So that's a plus. And we might actually might as well have, because Matt and I are going to be living close to each other, we might just do this again to where, we don't have to be like, hey, neighbor. I'm talking to you.
What you're doing over there, neighbor?
But yes, definitely, guys, leave us comments. Tell us what you liked, what you didn't like. We love constructive criticism. All right, we got some constructive criticism last week about our last video. We are going to be working on that as we get bigger and as we are able to save some more money. We are going to be able to get better cameras. We're going to be able to get good microphones and everything like that. Right now, my lighting is a lamp with a shade tilted up at me right now. So hopefully later on, we're going to be.
You look spectacular.
Oh, thank you. You're so delightful. I just what would I do without you?
Anyways, yes, just like, subscribe, share our video here, and just Trenton, if you want to show them our Facebook page that we have.
Yeah. Definitely, guys. Give me a second here. Oh my gosh, work for me. All right, so we do have our own Facebook page. Guys, please, if I could get to this, it's not working for me. There we go. All right, guys, we have our own Facebook page. Here it is right here. Please like it, subscribe to it. Tell us what you think about it. Share it with all of your friends. Make sure that they know about it.
We also put the video. We share that video on this website as well as do posts. You can comment on this. You can tell us what you want us to talk about, or some of the questions we asked in this podcast. You can answer the questions there as well, besides the comments on the video itself. So this is our Facebook page as well. There's another way to contact us.
I know in the description below, we put our own Twitter handles on there, our Snapchat handles on there also. Please start following us on Snapchat. Especially follow me, because if you follow me on Snapchat, you get behind the scenes footage of what we do. You also get updates before I put them out on YouTube. So you're going to get to know what we're doing before anybody else will. So if you follow me on Snapchat, not only will you know more about Critically Awesome and what we're going to be doing before anybody else will, but I also put out a lot of funny stuff. So just as Garrett, I put out a lot of. I'm pretty crazy on my Snapchat. I kind of just let it all go.
Hopefully by next week we'll have maybe a couple other people add to this, and it's just going to keep growing from here. And I'm hoping this keeps going where it's going. We got twice as much viewers as we did last week, and I hope we get twice as more next week. So
that's right. We have doubled our viewers. Our average viewers last week was about 3 to 4. This week we averaged 7 to 10 viewers, guys. That is amazing, and that's just in a week's time.
That is critically awesome.
That is critically awesome. Also, if you guys talk about us on Twitter or on Facebook, please use hashtag critically awesome. Hashtag capital C, critically, capital A, awesome, no space. You know how a hashtag works unless you're over 30. I like everything except Garrett. Get rid of him and you'll be golden.
Thanks, Austin. Jeez.
Well, Austin Fish, on Tuesdays, you'll see only my face. It's Preview Tuesday. We're going to try to keep this schedule right here. We're going to have Preview Tuesday where I'm going to have a trailer out of what we will be talking about. It's going to be our only pre-recorded video of the week. And then on Fridays, we're going to have Podcast Fridays where we will have our podcast starting at 7 o'clock. But we'll also keep you updated if time ever does change for some reason. Hopefully, next week we will have him on again. He'll be at the beginning, and we're hopefully going to have somebody else, a couple other people on too. Crossing my fingers for that one. So once again, tell us what you don't like about the prequels. Put it in the comments, and I will defend it. Unfortunately, I put myself in that predicament. Also, don't forget, if we get over 100 subscribers before August 10th, I have to do something embarrassing of your guys' choosing. So
I'm saying that you dress up like Princess Leia, but that's just me.
I'll dress up Princess
like I'm talking about like full like 2-bun thing, white dress. You know.
They don't need any help, Garrett.
Vote for that guy. Vote for that.
I'd be fine with. I mean, there is of course some limitations. I'm not going to walk across the street naked. I can't do that. Because I'd get arrested.
It's got to be legal.
It's got to be legal, and it doesn't have to be nerdy, but it has to be something funny. We got to get to 100 subscribers by August 10th. You guys got a no sleeve bikini. If that's what you guys want, I mean, it's covering up all the goods. But
we just gotta make sure job is there.
You can make a pretty good job if you want. Oh. If you follow me on Snapchat, you get a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, you do. You get really bored at work.
Really bored at work. But definitely make sure that you do like us, subscribe to us. By August 10th, if I have 100 subscribers, I will, even if I get 100 subscribers before August 10th, I will do that embarrassing thing. So please, please, please. I'm actually looking forward to doing that. I want to do something embarrassing, guys. Share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel. Tell them to subscribe to our channel.
Like Facebook.
We can do this. Like our Facebook page. Follow us on Twitter. Matt, what is your Twitter handle?
Do you have a Twitter?
He does not have a Twitter, so don't worry about it. Matt Halstead. Do you have a Snapchat?
No.
Get a Snapchat.
He has a Facebook, though. He does have a Facebook, but I'm sure no one wants to follow him.
Yes, he has a Facebook. You don't want to follow him. He's boring as crap. He always talks about mushy, girlfriend and stuff like that. And,
my dead fishies at work.
He's dead already?
Yeah.
I thought that he was just...
Meh.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, as usual, yes, thank you all for watching, and hope to see you guys next week.
All right, guys. I'm Trent Davis. I'm critically awesome.
And I'm Garrett Donovan, and I'm critically awesome.
And I'm Matt, and
He's a
I'm
guest.
also critically awesome. But
We will see you guys next week. Looking forward to it. Bye.
ciao.
See ya.